Today, we're diving into Yuval Noah Harari's absolutely groundbreaking book, Sapiens. We're going to unpack the one single idea that explains how our species went from being just another animal to the rulers of the entire planet. It's all about a secret superpower we all have, but barely notice.
So let's start with the big question, right? What really makes us so special? How did we, Homo sapiens, end up running the whole show? Well, Harari says the answer's probably not what you think.
Now, the obvious answers are that we were just smarter or stronger, right? But here's the thing, that's not really true. For ages, we shared the planet with other human species. And get this, Neanderthals were tougher than us and they had brains that were just as big, if not bigger. So, nope, it wasn't about being the best on an individual level. So, if it wasn't bigger brains or stronger bodies, what was it? What was our secret weapon? Well, Harari argues it all came down to a massive upgrade in our thinking, a kind of cognitive superpower that completely changed the game. And here it is. This is the big one. Our superpower is the unique ability to cooperate, not just with a few friends, but flexibly and with millions, even billions of total strangers. I mean, think about it. Bees cooperate, sure, but it's rigid, it's hardwired. Chimps cooperate, but only with chimps they know and trust. We're the only ones who can get a whole city of strangers to, say, follow the same traffic laws. It's kind of amazing. So how do we do it? This is Harari's core idea. We do it through what he calls imagined realities. These are the stories we tell each other and collectively choose to believe. Things like laws, money, nations. And let's be clear, this isn't about lying. It's about a shared fiction that has very, very real power, as long as we all believe in it.
I know, imagined reality sounds a little abstract, so let's make it concrete with a brilliant example Harari uses from our own world, a corporation. So I want you to really think about this. What is Peugeot? Is it the cars? Nope. You could destroy all the cars and Peugeot would still exist. Is it the factories, the employees, the owners? Nope. You could get rid of all of that and the legal idea of Peugeot would still be there, able to sue people and own property. It exists purely in our shared imagination. It's just a story we've all agreed to uphold. It has no physical body, but its impact on the real world is absolutely massive. That, right there, is our superpower in action. Okay, so we've got this incredible ability to create shared fictions. So what? How did that let us go from tiny tribes to building massive civilizations? Well, you see, there's a natural limit to how many people we can really know and trust. It's around 150. You might have heard of it as Dunbar's number. Once a group gets bigger than that, social order starts to break down because you just can't keep track of everyone. But our stories, our imagined realities, let us completely smash through that barrier. By believing in the same God, or the same ancestor spirit, or the same king, two strangers who had never met could suddenly trust each other and work together. And that is how you build a city, a kingdom, an empire. And over time, our stories just got bigger and more complex. We went from simple tribal spirits to sophisticated legal systems like the Code of Hammurabi, to an even more abstract fiction, money, all the way up to the massive imagined realities that run our world today, like nations and corporations. And make no mistake, this isn't just ancient history. Our modern world is held together, right now, by a vast and complicated web of these stories. Just think about it. The concept of human rights, the idea of justice, a nation. You can't physically touch any of these things. They don't exist in nature. But they are arguably the most powerful forces shaping your life every single day. And money, wow. Money might be the single most successful story ever told. That little piece of paper or that number on your screen has zero real value. It's worthless. But because billions of us believe it has value, it works perfectly. It's the ultimate system of trust, connecting the entire globe. So this is where things get really, really interesting. Because when you combine our storytelling superpower with the power of the scientific revolution, you get to a point where humanity is on the verge of rewriting the fundamental rules of life itself. We're talking about ending a game that's been running for 4 billion years. Harari makes this incredible point. He says the scientific revolution wasn't so much a revolution of knowledge as it was a revolution of ignorance. It was the moment humanity, as a whole, finally admitted, you know what? We don't have all the answers. And that admission, That willingness to explore the unknown changed everything.
Because once we admitted we were ignorant, we started searching for new knowledge like never before. And that search gave us the tools to fight things our ancestors just had to accept as fate: famine, disease, and maybe, just maybe, even death itself.
Harari calls this modern quest to defeat death the Gilgamesh Project. For the first time, we're starting to see death not as some great metaphysical mystery, but as a technical problem, a bug in our biological code. And like any technical problem, the thinking goes, it can eventually be solved.
And this leads to what might be the biggest shift in the entire history of life on Earth. For 4 billion years, evolution was driven by natural selection, a slow, blind process. But now, we're replacing it with intelligent design. Our design. We are learning to rewrite our own DNA, merge our bodies with machines, and even create completely artificial life. We are taking the controls of creation itself. So this brings us to Harari's final, chilling question. As we gain these godlike powers of creation and destruction, we face a whole new kind of problem. We're no longer just trying to figure out how to survive. We're deciding what we want to become. So the deepest question of our time isn't just what do we want, it's what do we want to want.